Welcome to IPP English, the show that brings you interesting topic, authentic listening practice, and vocabulary to help you improve your language skills. My name is Dennis.
And I'm Zoom. So, Dennis, you are a man who enjoys traveling. What's the furthest journey you've ever made?
Well, I remember I traveled from Accra, Ghana to Milan, Italy. It was 6 hours. I traveled from France, Paris to New York in the United States. It was 8 hours. But then I think the farthest would be from Milano, Italy to Hanoi. It took me 22 hours to fly from Milan to
Interesting.
Hanoi.
Do you miss your country when you travel?
Of course I do. I have a lot of friends, family, and obviously I miss the food in my country.
So, by chance, today our topic will be about your country. So let me start with a small question. When was the time that NHIS established?
National Health Insurance Scheme. Do you have options for me to choose from?
Yes, of course.
Okay,
here's the answers. A. 1990, B. 2000, C. 2003.
I think I'll go with 2000, B. Am I right?
We will find out by now.
Okay.
So as far as I know, late in 1990s, there was a high mortality rate, which was caused by controllable diseases like malaria, and also maternal mortality rate was at its peak due to the highest cost of health service. Private insurance companies were available but weren't affordable to pay for this insurance for people, for citizens who were low or no income earners, and they had to follow the cash and carry system by the health providers, since the health institution at that time was only supported to people who could afford the high price. And also the gap between the rich and poor people become larger. So poor people or regular citizens didn't have any power in protecting their health. Therefore, there was an outcry for the government to come up with a system that will make healthcare affordable to poor who need it most. So in 2003, a new government came into power, and as promised in their campaign, they initiated negotiations on the national health insurance policy through the Parliament of Ghana, and in 2003, the bill was passed to make it operational. This new institution is act as a tool to minimize the gap between the poor and the rich people, give people the power to access to basic healthcare that they need. So Dennis, C is the correct answer.
So I was wrong. No, technically I wasn't wrong because it started in 2000 and then it was passed by the Parliament in 2003. So it started everything from 2000. So I'm partly right. Well, I think I'll give you very structural information of how the NHIS works. In 2003, just as you mentioned, it was an act of law because the NHIS had to go through the policy cycle, and based on what our teacher taught us in class about policy cycle, we have to go through the agenda setting, the policy formulation, the legitimation, and then the executive and then the legislature of Ghana gave it an accreditation. That means they gave it the approval for it to be implemented. So in 2003, the Parliament passed the bill and then made a formal institution called the National Health Insurance Authority. Now, the main aim of the National Health Insurance Authority was to bring together all parties that are involved in healthcare services. For example, the pharmaceutical service, the Ghana medical stores, the hospitals, and then the hospitals, some were private, some were public, and then also we have the Ministry of Health, the Ghana Health Service. So the NHIA was supposed to bring all these parties together and see how they can provide services to the citizens who were poor and then they have money to go to the hospitals to get health services. Now, one thing that the NHI did was to manage the funds that was in the scheme, and then also to give accreditation to the hospitals in order to accept patients who have the NHIS identity cards. And then also, I think that's all.
Okay.
Yeah, the main aim of the NHIA was for all Ghanaians to achieve the universal health coverage. That was the main aim of the NHIA.
I see the point. Interesting. But who benefit and who don't?
Well, I think for this topic, we need to invite Professor Chan.
Hello, Dennis and Zoran. And about policy you mentioned, Ghana's people benefited. Ghana's brand new policy upon national health insurance in 2003 has brought up a lot of benefits to its people, and especially the poor. According to the statistic collected by NHIS, over 18 million Ghanaians were registered on the NHIS by the end of 2018, which quite a lot of people. And regarding the poor, they were provided with the right to access the healthcare service without paying, cashless treatment only. And in addition, the NHIS grants credential to healthcare providers and facilities to manage to provide healthcare services to its members. And it also provides a decentralized system to receive and resolve complaints from its people. Since the NHIS has been ratified in 2003, the number of Ghanaians covered has increased quite a lot, about 7.5 million. And these figures illustrate much progress of NHIS in terms of protecting the citizens and provide their private healthcare insurance. And that's it for the part of who benefit from the NHIS.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, for every policy, there are people who benefit and people who doesn't benefit. So once you've given us the people who benefit, I think we should go and ask Professor Ian. Yeah, to also ask her who didn't benefit from the NHIS policy. Do you know where Professor Ian is?
Oh yeah, she's my colleague, but well, unfortunately, she's on her business trip right now, so I think we'll ask for advice through Skype.
Skype video call, okay. So a producer will get Professor Ian on Skype video call.
Okay, we'll be back right away.
It is obvious that there are a number of benefits to the Ghanaian citizens in terms of national health insurance, especially the poor. However, Ghana National Health Insurance has also brought us numerous of drawbacks to some institutions involved. To begin with, the healthcare provider delivers services without payment extent, so there was a lot of bureaucracy passed through before the funds was reimbursed. And so the hospitals submitted their claim to the district's mutual national health insurance office for it to be vetted before it is part to the National Health Insurance Scheme headquarters for them to prepare the fund to be sent to the hospital. So on average, it took about 6 months for the hospital to be reimbursed for the service has already provided. At the same time, the hospital was expected to continue to providing excellent service for the payment. For this reason, this hospital and other parties, like in terms of providing services, so was not benefiting from these policies and called for change.
Okay. Now, every policy needs to change to be suitable with actual situations, similar to NHIS policy. Now, Dr. Hai, will you report for us about this policy?
Yes, thank you, Sung. So NHIS has achieved great success with their health insurance. However, changes are needed in order to increase the effectiveness of the health insurance. So the government started coming up with new changes. Specifically in 2012, the competition program has been launched through the efforts of the Hospital Association of Ghana, with the aim of better management The content of this program is the regulation of the number of patients in each hospital, as the patients have to choose a hospital in their locality to sign up. After the sign up, NHIA will pay a base monthly premium to hospitals based on the numbers of the patients signed into their facility. This program will allow the hospital to keep track of the number of patients in each facility, so the institution can reinforce the power of the government in the management of number of patients and drugs in and out of the hospitals, and avoid fake patients who use others' patient name to take drugs without doctor's advice. Furthermore, the government spending will be followed strictly so that the money is not being wasted due to the fact that this money coming from directly from the citizens. This means the benefits of the people and the government are being protected. At the same time, the change in this institution is enhancing the citizens' rights as the money is being used wisely.
Thank you, Dr. Hai, for an amazing report. So, Dr. Hai has brought it to the end of our program. We hope you guys can join us again.
So thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, you just write it down in the comment section, and don't forget to like the page. Bye for now.
Ciao, ciao.